Hey, yo, what up? It's Travis Scott, and this is my life in 10 songs. You dig? Aphex Twins, Calcut is a twin. First time I heard it, I think I was like a freshman or something. This girl I was in school with, she listened to garage music and like punk music and shit. And we used to watch Chris Cunningham videos. This song came on randomly. Like, I don't know, she had like random LimeWire playlists. And the drums on this is crazy because it has like this sound, like it sound like the garage is like closing or some shit. And the drums on that, like the 808, the snare on that song is crazy. Bjork Wonderlust. Really, it was that video like changed my life. It's crazy. I feel like I was in college and I was in my crib I was living in. She was crazy. I think I was just in a deep dive, like looking for music. I don't know how I came across this video, but I was like, yo, what the fuck? It ruined my day in a good way. You know, nothing got done. I was like, what the fuck? I knew of her as an artist. Yeah, I've heard songs, but I think that made me like a fan. Bonnie Bear, 33 God.
This is how we grow now, a child ignored.
You know, Justin, even just like, you know, what he does musically, you know, my first mixtape ever, he was on the song, sort of. We made music. Yeah, I think we made that song. Worked on that and like Hold My Liquor and shit like that. Yeah, we actually got wasted. It was cool. He's inspired me, you know, ever since I was a kid, ever since I started making music. You know, I think he's, you know, one of the greatest artists to ever live. Yeah, he actually, you know, he worked on Utopia. But see, people don't like, you gotta dive in on Utopia. There's a lot of my favorite people that I work with or inspired me since day one. Like Evan, you know Evan from Rat-a-Tat, they're like on the same song.
Stayed at the Ace Hotel, the call loud.
Fun, We Are Young. Shout out my boy Jeff Basker. You know, that's one of them songs, it's just like, you'd be wondering like how that type of song like that, like get in front of you. You know, I feel like everybody heard it at the same time, like randomly. But I think that song is like a pinnacle of everyone's soul. You know what I'm saying? The beat, everything is how everyone feels as soon as the sun goes down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was that like Watch the Throne time. That was that real like reaching outside the stadium, you know, literally in space. James Blake, Retrograde.
In a world you've grown, few more years to go.
Yeah, that was another song. I think this is like more of his recent, but yeah, James is, you know, one of those artists that inspired me when I was, you know, coming up, when I was in school, when I was trying to make music, you know what I'm saying? I met him my first time coming to LA. Yeah, my friend Bill, it's me, him, and one other person. We all went go-karting. It's like dope. Everything he does, from his live performances to the way he makes music, his beats, vocals, everything, you know, this dude's a genius. FKA, Kanye West, my bro, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Can't tell me nothing.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace.
Yeah, that song, you know, embodies every young, old, full of spirited person that, you know, got something they want to go for, you know?
Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing.
Kid Cudi, Soundtrack to My Life.
I bring them to the life in you. It's only right.
Yeah, it's just a soundtrack to my life. From 0, 0, 0 to the end of the song, it's like, you know, I feel like we're like brothers or something, you know what I mean? Like, bro, we live like the same life, it's so crazy. Mom, Chris is crying, it's just crazy. Yeah, I think that shit came out 09. Yeah, I was junior high school, I think, yeah. I was like, man, you know what? I feel like I could probably make it. And people gotta understand, like, Cudi came out and was like moving albums and shit, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I was like, wow, people really resonate with this. I remember I went to this, I think his concert was like one of the First concerts I went to, I think Asher Roth opened up on this concert. He had the LED screen and it was like this black and white thing, and it was like a shadow, and he like walked out of the LED screen. And I was like, wow, people, I remember I was looking around, I was like, people were really like receptive to like this guy's story. I was like, okay, you know, people will hopefully understand what I got, like the story I gotta tell, you know what I'm saying?
I try to shed some light on the man. Not many people of this planet understand.
Portishead, Western Eyes.
They have values of a certain day.
I think I sampled that song. I was like making beats early. You know, Portishead, drums, the melodies, the darkness. You know, I think I was so ignorant. I thought, you know, like, I think her name was Beth or something. Like, you used to think she was like Bjork. You know what I'm saying? It's like my ignorance is so like, but it was just so raw, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it's so crazy. I felt like I didn't understand why rappers didn't rap on that type of rap. You know, that hip hop, just like, or not hip hop, but you know, that musical trip, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like ill, you know what I'm saying? Like, why nobody ever gave it up? It's the backbone to The Flame.
I feel so cold.
Travis Scott, Impossible.
It's the late night, you know the deal. On a late night, don't wanna chill.
Pure ecstasy, you know what I'm saying? Not the drug, just like legit the feeling. You know, to me that song is all that shit, endorphins, but I'm just saying more so like whatever that people do that shit for, that feeling, you know, when I hear that shit, it's like, that's the release I get.
Now it's like this, I wish I could do the impossible.
Zero, Mo City Don.
From southwest to southeast, bitch, it's about war, not about peace. Nigga like me, I'm about knocking out teeth.
Yeah, you know, that's our national anthem where I'm from, you know. Coming up, I think I probably seen him like driving a Chrysler, but I met Zero, I think, on my way out. I think when I was like, kind of like already in there, yeah. Cause he a Mo City legend, you know what I'm saying? It's different, you know what I'm saying? Like, he the Mo City Don, I'm the Mo City flexologist, you know what I'm saying? Never forget that.